Good morning. We are here at the OC factory. This is where they make these little boats come to life. And considering that we had our very first experience a couple of months ago doing the testing on the OC, it just pops back. And then we had the sailing experience yesterday.
Feel it, Nikki, feel it.
We're pretty keen to get in here and see how they made them. Yeah, and we're here just in time for tea break, which is perfect because it means we get to meet the entire crew because New Zealand tea break is a thing.
Hey guys, this is cruising friends of ours, Nikki and Jason.
Go.
Well, Nikki needs no explaining. Jason's world famous in his own mind.
The best, number one.
Morning cup of tea.
Tea time in New Zealand, like that's a thing because we don't do that.
Yeah, cup of tea. It's a bit English.
Yeah.
We take a morning tea and we do lunch, but we don't take an afternoon tea because the guys are out of here. Have a life after work.
Who does that anymore?
That's nice.
Have a life after work?
Yeah.
I don't. Oh.
Are you enjoying the entertainment?
Yeah, definitely. This is the local dog.
Hang on to what you guys are trying to film, mate.
Oh, it's fun me. So this is like the garden area. Russ said they keep a really nice garden so that people can come out here and just relax. And he said all the cruisers are coming to the South Pacific right now and they'll probably be here in a couple months. And he wants to show them a beautiful location because a lot of the OC tender owners are going to want to visit.
For anyone who's in the market for a new dinghy, like us. Because for those of you who are new around here, we're in the process of building our dream home, a self-reliant hybrid electric catamaran, and we need a tiny boat for our big boat, a daily commuter from ship to shore and all the adventures in between. And we've been exploring all sorts of options, and the sturdy little tender is native to New Zealand, which is how we've ended up here testing out the boats and getting to know the cruisers who build them.
We are budget cruisers. We bought our $4,000 inflatable and set off on the big adventure. We're in the middle of nowhere and this particular vessel was letting us down, and that's when the dream started.
That's not the start.
This is the start.
Oh, this is the mold.
This is the start.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the mould. The inside of the dinghy has to look beautiful. No one cares about the bottom of the boat, of a dinghy, because it's going to be scratched and wrecked in a really short space of time, like the first time you drag it up the beach. Right. Start off with a mould like that. It's a CNC milled mould. We've got a mould for each size, and then we come in here and don't touch. It's wet, but we spray a gel coat over the mould. So this is the interior of the boat. We've already started. Just like a surfboard shop, there's all our different weights of fiberglass and carbon or whatever it is. So we pulled that cloth over and the guys will hand laminate it this afternoon. So this is 10mm PVC foam, nice and light. Goes really good until it doesn't go good. Okay, so basically what we do is we use that as our foam sandwich, and then we'll put either carbon each side or fiberglass each side depending what the skipper orders. And Sitter here is cutting out the boat. It's pretty simple. I rely on his expertise. He is the man. This is obviously the transom. We've got different layers. That's where your outboard bolts on, so it's a heavier density there. It's also got carbon reinforcement around through here like that.
That's a carbon fiber skin there.
Thin carbon fibre skin there, thin carbon fibre skin there.
Oh yeah.
The foam is the sandwich. Cool thing here, this is a 4 metre and that's what it's all about. Don't drop it!
Slippery!
What are you doing? We know all our customers because their names are on the boat. We know whose boat they're building, we know what their main boat is, we roughly know what their davit system is, we know what they're going to use it for, we know where it's going, and we're in contact with them a lot.
So it's not a number, it's a
Not a
person's
number,
boat.
it's a person's boat, and they come and visit and we send photos and in between the build, and we send photos at the end just to go, here you go. So they're involved with the build process. I mean, you know, it's a small workshop. It's not like we're a massive production facility. We're an organic R&D workshop currently. The new factory's coming.
It's a much nicer way of saying mom and pop shop.
Mum and pop shop. Start the lamination, so we'll pull the cloth out. This is a 270, and then we'll have 3 guys spend a couple of hours doing the lamination, and then we'll bring the foam over. So this is all the kit cut out there, so that's one boat. This is the transom and all the corners all ready to go.
Almost like Legos.
It's like Lego. This is the rear corner of the transom. Okay.
Wow.
and we will use epoxy bog, and we'll bog the foam. The epoxy will still be wet of the laminate, and then we'll put it together, and then we'll tape it together, then we'll put it in a vacuum bag and we'll suck it all down. So that's the interior laminate and the foam sandwich, and then tomorrow we'll pull it off, fear it up, and put the outside layer of fiberglass on. So.
Well, you make it sound easy.
Yeah. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. These are our wet out areas, but this is recycled vacuum plastic. All of this here is recycled vacuum bags.
So nothing is essentially single use. You're finding new purposes for just about everything.
Thanks to the whole neighbourhood, we get delivered bags of cans already cleaned and washed, ready to go. Thanks to the local ice cream shop, Corinne goes to the Moban pick rubbish bin and clean. They use lots of ice cream, mate. They use lots of ice cream. That's sort of the hull.
Yeah.
We'll take you through to here.
Getting to peek behind the curtain and understand how something is made is pure gold, especially when we're trusting it to take us to faraway places. So this video isn't sponsored by OC Tenders, but it is made possible by you and today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. And as some of you may remember, our Instagram account was hacked a few weeks ago. And to make a very long story short, we had requested verification, and that's how people get that little blue check mark. And the next morning, there was an email saying, complete your verification process. And because we had just requested verification and the email looked like other emails we get from Instagram, we clicked on it, which turned out to be a suspiciously well-timed phishing scam and an unfortunate reminder to never click a link without verifying the email address first. Luckily, we've gotten our account back thanks to one of you who worked at Meta. But one question we got a ton of is, don't you have a VPN, and shouldn't that have prevented this? And the answer is no, because we clicked a link from an email. And as far as I know, there isn't an app to prevent us from doing that. And because Surfshark is a sponsor of this show, I wanted to take a minute to better explain what a VPN is and how we use it. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and Surfshark VPN is an app and browser extension that encrypts our online data, providing an extra layer of security when we're using public Wi-Fi hotspots. And it lets us change our IP address to virtually place ourselves anywhere in the world to unblock websites and content that we couldn't access otherwise. Because as we travel the world, we run into virtual roadblocks all the time. But with Surfshark, we can avoid geo-restrictions on sites like Netflix and Amazon Prime so that we can watch all of our favorite shows no matter where in the world we are. It also allows us to sign up for apps and services like Venmo that are typically not allowed outside the US. And it's even gotten us around YouTube live streaming blocks in certain countries. Ecuador is blocking YouTube live chat. As travelers, it's an invaluable tool that we use all the time. And right now, if you use our discount code WYNNS, you get 83% off plus 3 extra months for free. And most importantly, if you're not sure if it's a good tool for you, no worries, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk to try it out. I will put a link in the description box below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen now. All right, back to the tour.
So this is an option for basically, this is a piece of aluminium that Scotty's glued on here already, and then he'll fear and paint it, and then we'll just pull the protective coating off.
Right, and that's so that you can drag it on the beach.
So you can drag it on the beach. You know, shape is really important. Scotty now is making the edge. It's all about water release. So rounded edges suck onto the water. So if you have a nice sharp edge, clean release, early planing, efficient hull. It's not the cheapest, fastest way to build a boat. I don't care. If it's not light, it's not a good tender. You got to have it's got to be light. So basically, we do a skim of fairing compound, fed by hand. We give it one undercoat, and then we give it a final polyurethane gloss coat over the top, and the hull is done. But we're trying not to add any weight to the boat, right?
So it starts here, then it moves here, and then into the paint booth, which is being cleaned.
Epoxy undercoat system, just like a race boat. Just like a race boat.
So you're using epoxy instead of vinyl ester?
Epoxy.
Yeah.
Epoxy, epoxy, epoxy.
And why? Explain why. Why is epoxy the best?
I'm not if you start getting technical, you'll have a whole lot of people going, "Oh, he said that and that's wrong." No, I've always worked with epoxy. That's it. It doesn't smell so bad.
Okay.
You know?
But isn't it stronger?
It's stronger. It's stronger.
It's stronger.
It continues to get stronger.
And it lasts longer, technically, doesn't it?
All
Or no?
fiberglass lasts too long, probably, but yeah, no.
Okay.
So that's the whole hull there, so it ends up looking finished like that. But once it comes out of the shop, then we've got to through the deck.
And this stays because that's where the foam goes.
You don't paint that because
It's extra weight.
the rub rail goes on and it's extra weight. It's all about weight.
Yeah.
So leave it unpainted, doesn't matter.
Sweet.
Dave is also he's prepping this deck to be sprayed with gel coat as well.
That's deck.
Deck, not dick. Deck. Deck. Deck.
It's a deck, yeah.
He's not spraying his dick, he's spraying his deck. This will go from there into the spray booth and be sprayed with white gel coat as well.
But this is just the mold, right?
This is just the mold.
Okay,
So
that's
this is a male mold, this is a female mold. You understand why?
I can figure that one out, yeah. Similar, it's just made upside down instead of...
Yeah, so basically the outside of the boat is now finished. So then Marion over here, she's prepping all her reinforcement. She's waiting for this to go off and then she will start laying fiberglass into here. And then we'll put foam sandwich on this surface here, foam sandwich on that surface there with reinforcements. And then so basically this is a resin infused part, okay?
And when you say reinforcements, that's just extra layers of cloth there? Or?
This is special reinforcement, especially in the long areas, so all the carbon fibre strands run this way, whereas other carbon fibres run like that, they run like this, they run like that, but this one is just unis like that, unidirectionals, which means we'll run unis through this area of the boat through there.
Okay.
So basically this is a crisscross fibre, 45, 45, and then it's sewn as well.
All the different fabrics, they're all just different weaves, different strength, different flex. So different applications for different purposes.
Yeah, for different locations on the boat where it doesn't have to be so strong there, it has to be strong there, outboard hanging off the back, hitting the coral head, all that sort of stuff.
It's a lot to take into consideration. It seems like it's just a simple boat, but there's no such thing, right?
This has already been fitted out, but if you look here, you can see the foam sandwich that one of the guys was cutting out. So that's where it's laid in. Pick it up, it's still a pretty good weight.
No big deal. Yeah. Very light.
You can fix it yourself with whatever you've got on board. So, oh, we've broken the handle rope. Oh yeah? Have you got a piece of 6mm rope on your main boat? Oh,
sure.
good. Climb under the deck, one bowline, one granny knot, fixed. Oh yeah, good, thanks. Don't call me. I'm busy.
Making somebody else's boat. That's the point. You can fix anything yourself. Once you've got this boat, I don't have to bring it back to somebody. I don't need to take it to somebody
I don't want
else.
to see these boats again.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them again.
You're good to see me, just not the boat.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay.
So, carbon deck, just about getting ready to fit out. So we've done all the fittings.
Yeah, wow, it looks totally different.
Yeah, you can see all the foam sandwiches already laid in.
What do you call this?
I call it a rub rail.
Okay, because that's what it is.
It's like a fender. It's a giant fender. First concept was we need a fender around the whole thing to protect the mothership. That's it. $100,000 paint job. Let's protect that.
And that way you don't have to worry about it being next to the big boat.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. It goes from looking pretty yucky and scrappy like that, you know. Wrap the fender around, slide the cover on, everything made in house. The original design was an evolution of thought and thinking about it, you know, but the bags came later. I never thought initially it would have a full deck non-skid. And the only reason I use this non-skid is I had this non-skid in my inflatable. It's a really good product.
Well, it's not like as squishy and soft,
But it stays cleaner because it's got a shine. If you look down close, shrink yourself down to that size and let's stand on one of those little bubbles there, okay? See how the surface is shiny? Dirt does not stick there, okay, because it's got a shiny surface, okay? This is finished, ready to go to the customer.
You've switched out versus the one that we tested. Was that an older one?
The main reason why I switched those ones out was keep it simple, stupid.
your oars, those are obviously, you don't make those in-house.
Great brand. They used to be a full wooden oar. Then an experienced Olympic rower bought the company and he moulded up a proper blade. This is another project I'm working on, carbon oars.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I wondered whenever we saw them the first time.
We were surprised because they're a bit heavy. Just because, it's all about being lightweight.
It's all about being light. This is a nice piece of equipment.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, cha-ching.
Yeah, right?
Cha-ching. Yeah. Here's the bits. You get a piece of spare non-skid. You get a piece of spare cover in case you rip your cover.
Yeah, okay. Patches.
Skippers get the t-shirt. And the t-shirt is a apology for all the time in the future that you're going to have to spend talking about your tender to everyone else. Like, we have a complaint. We've just bought our beautiful mate new Catamaran, and people come up to us and they want to talk about the dinghy. Sorry.
Here's your t-shirt.
Smooth your sailing wrinkles out, mate. We're coming in.
So that's the finished regular OC tender, but now we're into...
This was the original dream. Let's have a lightweight tender that we can sail. This is the Jacinda Ardern tent. She gave us a tax-free loan during COVID to help our business along.
Oh, really?
$22,000 for 2 years. We've paid the money back. Thank you, Jacinda Ardern and the New Zealand government. We are paying our taxes and we're exporting product all over the world. However, the guys call it the swamp.
Why? Oh, you got a bit of a water issue?
We have a water issue. It was never meant to be a full-time workshop. It was just an R&D tent, but now it's a full-time workshop.
It's going to have to extend.
These two geriatric boffins in here are our sailing component team, and they put all the stuff into the tender, right? So here is basically our centre case. Getting ready to resin infuse this part, so he's putting the laminate in, and then he's going to put all the pre-cut foam into the mould, infuse it, and they're going to end up looking like this. We've got young Matt over here who's just about to resin infuse these parts here. CNC milled foam core, foam sandwich just like the boats inside. He puts it in this mould.
A little more technical though.
This is way more technical, and this is closed. You can't even see what's going on. Hopefully when he pops it out, it'll pop out like a brand new full carbon centerboard rudder like that.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, these ones here, they're a work of art.
That's the rudder or the centerboard?
No, this is the centerboard.
So it's way bigger than that centerboard we used yesterday.
Yeah.
It's just evolution. The sailboats have got better and better.
Mm-hmm. It's quite lovely.
Yeah.
And you come in here and it's two guys.
It's two guys working on little components full time, but then the joy you get out of it once you sail it.
Yeah.
How long do you think it takes you, start to finish, to make one edition for a sailing?
We reckon it's probably 40 to 50 man hours just for the components without them glued together.
Wow. How many man hours do you think goes into building the tender?
I don't even want to tell you.
That is impressive that you're actually even doing the sail in-house. I mean, everything is being...
Built in-house.
Every single little freaking...
Apart from the mast sections, which are New Zealand made, we try and build everything in-house to control the quality, and if we have any issues, we can fix it straight away in-house.
So if you notice that these little pad eyes here, and there are a whole bunch up underneath here that hold all the other bags, but that is what they look like. And then these are for lifting points, for lifting off of the davits. Every little detail, they make every little bit and bob. So, there's somebody that sits around and just has to make all these little things, and all carbon and reinforced and everything else. And it's just, that's what, really grabs your attention, or it's what grabbed our attention when we very first saw one of these out on the water, is it's just the attention to detail. Like, every little thing is just so well done. And it's so that, one, hopefully you never have to fix it, but two, if you do, it's not a specialty part. Like, you can make one of these on your boat, in your little workshop, in our new little workshop that we're going to have on our boat, which will be very exciting. So, it's cool. It's very cool. This is the serious part. This is
serious.
Yeah.
This is my biggest stress out. This is the freak out board. Okay.
It looks pretty organized.
I walk in here and I just go, holy hell.
Because this is everybody who's waiting on you, everybody who's counting on you.
There's all the names there of all these people that are counting on us. It's just about communication. When we say it's going to be there, it's going to be there.
Where's ours?
Yeah.
I don't see ours on there.
Because our boat isn't ready yet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Come on, H&H. Be on time. We'll be on time. You guys be on time.
There you go. I like
No
that.
pressure. This is sail making, bag making.
Rub rail cover
Rub
making.
rail.
This is Jill. This is years of experience. Years of experience.
So what's the hardest thing that you make?
Russell will answer that one.
Oh, sometimes she's in tears. The seat blocks.
Really?
Seat
The
blocks
seat
are
blocks
hard.
are the hardest thing.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
Before we employed all these people, my mum taught me how to sew, and I made everything.
That's what I came to say.
So the first 100 boats, you made every single bit on that boat, including
the
every
bags, the
canvas.
covers.
Can you
everything.
picture my living room? The amount of hours late at night after girls in bed, we're threading all the ropes through the canvas. We
Sewing
did
machine
a lot
on
of
the
that.
floor.
It was incredibly romantic.
Yeah, apparently Russ is a bit of a naturalist.
My record for sailing naked, 3 weeks.
Nice.
I was over it. I asked him to please do something better.
Where does the tour go from here? I have no clue.
I know, it's terrible. Oh my god.
That is probably more than you ever needed to know about Russ. But he does bring up an interesting topic, because the whole question of do you run around at sea naked is a question we get quite often.
And the answer is yes, but there is a limit.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
why not if you can? But that's a whole other subject matter. And our conversation with Russ and Corinne did start to kind of wonder at that point. But we were at the end of the tour and we needed to get back to Auckland
Because
to catch
we're going to
a
catch a
flight.
flight, and the next time you'll see us, we'll be in the USA for the first time in 3 years.
Yeah. So,
Just nuts.
yeah. It's the beginning of a whole new set of adventures leading up to
Taking the delivery of our new home.
yeah. So lots coming up. And we will see you back in the USA next week.
Sunday.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching.